Hi everyone, this is Diane. Thank you so much for coming to my channel today. I am surrounded by lots of stamps and a few inks and tags, stuff. But I came in to do a video showing stamping on tags, as I mentioned that I might do. And I got a phone call, so I told her we could talk if I could stamp while we talked. So I did 8 tags, and I'm not going to show them to you because I'll duplicate them in the video, because my intention was to stamp on the video. So this should go a little faster because I already figured out the design for each of these 8 different stamps. So this is here because this is a tag that was in this journal, and I have done some videos duplicating some of the ephemera that she included. This journal was given to me several years ago, and her name isn't in it, and I don't remember who it was. So every time I show it on a video, I say, if you gave me this video, please let me know, or this journal, please let me know. So this was the last piece of ephemera that I wanted to duplicate. So I'm not sure if this was printed or stamped on here. The reinforcement part was printed, but it might have been a blank tag that she printed and then stamped. I just don't know. But anyway, the point is, it's got text on it. So that was my intention. But my stamps, my tags are much different. I started out with some text. So I'm just going to start. I just have to locate the stamps that I used because they're spread all over this table. Here's this one. So this is a tailor-made journal stamp. I think it was the first set of stamps I bought from her. These are the ones that she makes at home and sells. And it says journal. So that's what I started with. And these are some tags I bought at the flea market. They're just small tags. They measure 2 3/8 by 4 3/4. So I'm just going to stamp journal. See how they have enjoy here on the side. Journal. And along with this stamp, there was another smaller word, smaller size of the word journal. I just have to find it. Here it is. It's still on a block. So I was talking with Selena from Amour Fabriques. We just were chatting, and she's preparing some stuff for her shop, and I was stamping on tags. The other one that I did didn't have that line at the top, but that's okay. Now I wanted to add more words to this, so I have this Tim Holtz one that says strictly handmade. Well, oh, that doesn't look too bad, does it? Part of the D and the E were cut off, but that looks pretty darn good. I don't know how I did that. So those are the words that I use, and then I decided I needed to add some decoration. She had this definition of enjoy to help fill in some space, and my tag is just a slightly bigger. But I've got all these stamps, so why not have fun and play? So I got this one out of another Tim Holtz set. I can't tell you what goes with what because everything is discombobulated right now. Oh, I didn't put it away. Looking for my red ink. then I decided I needed one more stamp. I'm sorry, but I don't know where things are. I could have done some prep, but it's getting late. And I have someplace I have to be in a little, well, a couple hours. So this is another Tim Holtz piece, probably in the same set with that. I don't remember. I'll figure it out when I put everything away. So for this, I used my Tim Holtz, or my Stampin' Up! Crumb Cake ink. And I don't see that. Oh, here it is. I was going to say it's probably where the red one is, but it wasn't. I think this is Crumb Cake. Oh, Sahara Sand. If you're looking for a light color for layered stamping, Sahara Sand from Stampin' Up! Is great. And I'll show you right now. See, it adds some texture, but it's very light. So this was the one I did while I was on the phone. The shades of red are a little different, but otherwise it's pretty cute. And this red stamp here lined up right where I had that black line at the top. So looks like it's just outlining that. So that's perfect. So there's one, two actually. Let's do some more. I don't know if I'll have time to do all 8 of them, but this is a fun one. I had fun with this. So I just decided to just go with using more than words. So there's another word that came in this set of journal words, and it is the word vintage. Oh no, I think she does have the word vintage in there, but I used this from, I'm not sure where that came from, but it's definitely not. Oh, it might be one of Lorna's stamps from Creative Expressions. Yeah, I think this is Lorna's. Yes, so it is a Lorna stamp. It's called the Bookmaker stamp. And Lorna is a bookmaker. So I used this word first and then went from there. I added the word vintage, and this is an old Stampin' Up! Stamp. It's all in the details. And then I got out this Tim Holtz gauge. And just stamped it on there. And then I felt like it still needed something. So I'm going to stamp this lined paper on top of it. And I think I put it away already, this light blue called Pool Party. Must be I don't have a big stamp block out, so I must have just laid it down on the piece. This card is a little bent. It's better. hope it's straight. You can see the little holes in the paper. Can't really see it on that. This is a Tim Holtz stamp, but it's got where it was torn out of a notebook. So there's that. And I have these definition stamps here, but none of them said journal. I was hoping one would say journal. They have one that represents every letter of the alphabet, and the J word is journey. So I found the word inspire. If I can't find it right away, I'll do something different, because I have a bunch of these. They have every letter. There's 2 definitions on each one. It's one I already used, so shouldn't be too far away, but I don't see it, so we'll pick a different one. How about unique? That one says unique. And then I stamped a little word like these: giggle, sparkle, cherish. There should be 4 of them, I think, but I'll do sparkle. And then to fill in the space, I got out my Tim Holtz floral stamps. I think it's called Florist. Let me see. Flower Shop. So this is the stamp set, and oh, this is the stamp that I used. And I used a blue called Twilight, Versifying Clair. See, it's hard to read the words in the definition. You can read them, but it's just like a little bit of background texture there. And I did ink all the ones that I did, so I will do that, but I won't do it on camera. But you can see how nice they look with the inking. 6 tags right there. Okay, next I used another Tim Holtz stamp, and it's this alphabet and numbers. Sorry about my hands. They're very dry. I usually put lotion on before I start a video, but after I talked with Selena for an hour, while I was talking to her, my son was calling, so I told her I had to go. So I talked with him for a few minutes, and then I was like, I've got to get this video done. But I enjoy talking with Selena, and of course I always want my son to call when he needs to call. So I'm not complaining about that. I'm just, my hands are dry, that's all. Take them or leave them. And I'm going to use Lorna's journal word again. And the gauge. The gauge stamp again. don't stamp very well. Looks like I didn't get ink on it. Let's see if I can do this. It's filled in a little better. The next one had a little extra effort involved. So I don't think I'll do it right now because I don't think I have a good piece of vellum. No. So I stamped a Tim Holtz alphabet piece. It's this one. It came in a set of 5. This is it. And it's called Faded Type. So I stamped that in my acorn brown, and then I stamped him on vellum with a waterproof ink. It's a VersaFine that I used, but it's not the VersaFine Clear. Anyway, I stamped him on vellum, and then I set him aside so he could dry, and then cut him out and glued him on over the letters. You can see the letters faintly through him. And that's the end of that one. Now I have these bright colored cards, and I did the next one on orange, but I'll do this one on yellow. I'm going to do it a little bit different because I stamped a word and then I stamped something over it, and then you can't read the word very well. So I'm going to do it a little differently. Just use a lighter ink for the second piece, the second stamp. So this says Rejoice. And I still want to use permanent waterproof ink. I think it will have less of a chance of smearing because this is slightly slick. It's not like glossy, but it's not super porous, so the ink won't sink in right away. So I'm using this blue archival ink called Bluebird. And this is from the Tim Holtz flower shop too. So you can definitely still see the word rejoice. This is what I did before. A black and a brown. But I wanted to play with some of the colored tags that I just bought. 2 more to go. This one is a fun one. Just have to find the stamp. Okay, I found it. It was right here on my table, right there underneath something. Anyway, it says simplicity is its own form of artistry, and it's a Tim Holtz phrase stamp. And then I have this stamp. It came in some like mixed media type of images. So I use it on that block. And I just wanted it in a light color, so I used this Grapefruit Grove from Stampin' Up. The Stampin' Up inks are not waterproof. I have a paintbrush stamp. It doesn't even have a brand on it. Oh, maybe it does. It's just covered up. I probably got it at one of the craft stores. And one more. I used one of these, forgot what they're called, Illustrated Faith stamps. This girl. And the definition stamp for happy. Happy. I found it. It's this side. Happy, cheerful, tickled pink, content, simple pleasure, feeling of giddiness or joy. And I will probably color this girl in because I am using waterproof ink. So maybe I can do that while you're here, since the stamping, the designing of the tags didn't take long because I already designed them. The only thing that took long was finding everything. Okay, the quickest way for me to color that is to use my water brush. That's got a thick brush on it. And that might be the only one in here. I might have to go in the office to get some. So I shall be right back. Okay, these have water in the barrel. I haven't used them in a while. That's got a small enough brush, I think. So I take the pad, press down on it, see if it works, see if I can get color onto the, no, this style of pad doesn't really work very well for that technique, so I can just tap my wet brush onto that, or I could just rub some color onto something plastic. Like I could do it here. I squeeze it just lightly when I touch it to the pad, so it releases a little water and it'll pick up more ink. But I don't want to water the pad out too much. So then, in order to use this on the next color, I just use it on some scrap paper until it comes clear. It's hard to tell on that. Yeah, that's clear. So, oh, not this. That's not what I got out. This one. I'm I'm going to do this one on, see this one has it right there on the pad, but I'm just going to rub it on this. And I have to remember to clean it up right away. And I'm going to use a different color for her dress. So let's have a little playtime with this ink here. I think I have time. I'm squeezing water out and getting that brush clean. Let's see, I have this paper here. I don't want to waste that ink. So I'm going to squirt some water on there. And just put it on my paper. There. I could stamp on that or decorate it some other way, but I'll save it and I'll use it in another journal. Okay, but we're not done with her. Stampin' Up markers. So maybe this Blush Blossom color. Yeah. So you can also take a marker, a watercolor marker, and scribble it on. Doesn't show up on that, but it's there. Scribble it on something plastic. That marker is light enough. I probably could have just, can you see my anyway? I probably could have just colored it with this. Let's see. Okay. You probably can't even see the difference on the camera. And then I have, oh, this is a Tombow marker. This is color 850. It doesn't have the name of the color. I want to see what it looks like. Give her a little shadow under her neck. Under her chin, I mean. So there's that. And then I would ink around the edge like on this one. I'm just going to use some Primrose Pink for her dress. And then I'll do her hair and her skin. So that is, should be 16 tags done. And although they don't look much like the inspiration piece, it was a starting point, getting out my words and using them. I don't even see the inspiration place. The inspiration piece at this point, it is swallowed up, but let's look at what we did. We have those with the word happy. Simplicity is its own form of artistry. Rejoice. This just has the alphabet faded faded text and journal, this one says, with some alphabet here. Inspire and cherish, and unique and sparkle. It's all in the details, and vintage. And journal with strictly handmade. This was the first one I did. Okay, so I've got a big mess to clean up again, as I do after every video, I think. And I have to get ready to go. But thank you for coming along, and I hope you were stamping with me. Did you get your stamps out and play along? These are tags that I had ready made, but you can cut your own tags out of manila cardstock or manila folders or whatever you have on hand. Make your own tags and have fun stamping. I appreciate you coming along today, and I'll see you in the next video. Have a creative day. Bye.